Hey butterflies, and welcome back to Evolving Butterfly with me, Moe Nicole. Here we are all about evolving out loud in our life, our money, and our purpose. I want to thank you all for your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes on the channel. It is ever appreciated, and a major shout out to all of my channel members. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your continued support here on the channel. So, this weekly bigger card reading, what we are getting into is what makes you stand out. What makes you stand out in the crowd, okay? So I have 4 piles that we're going to be going through for this reading, okay? As always, I'm going to be having the sounds up for you to listen to. And so I'm gonna, well, no, I'm gonna use the sound bowl again. I was gonna do something different, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna use the sound bowl. But before we get this thing going, I'm gonna clear out some of the energy right now, like some Palo Santo to get some of this energy cleansed out before we get ready to start this reading. Spirit, universe, ancestors, I'm asking and praying that you may channel through me to share the messages that need to be shared. That those who are listening and receiving, that they're able to take the messages that resonate with them and to leave the messages that are not for them. Okay, so thank you, and thank you. All right. So we're going to start off with butterfly number 1. We have butterfly number 2, butterfly number 3, and butterfly number 4. All right, I'll see you at your pile, and I'll see you there. All right, so from a butterfly selected pile number 1, this is your reading, okay? So I've already pre-shuffled the cards to kind of help with time and stuff, and if I want to pull some clarifiers and stuff, I have the cards right here to be able to pull the clarifiers. We're going to go and get into this thing, okay? So we're going to start off with your tarot just to get some details as to like some details about you and things that people see. Then we have the oracle cards. We'll get deeper into more messages on what makes you stand out. You know, what makes you stand out in a crowd? What makes you stand out in love? What makes you stand out at work? You know, whatever messages come out, that's what we're taking, okay? Now, I do want to remind you all, if you're interested in getting a personal reading, all of my details are down below in the description box. So feel free to check out my Patreon as well for other videos, okay? So we have the 2 of Scepters, which is our Aries energy. It's fire energy, but it gives hella Aries energy. We have our Nuke card, which is the Star card. And then we have the Jeb card, the World card. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful, okay? So just first starting out, I'm getting it here is that a lot of you all, either you have a talent that people see or notice about you, whether if it's a talent like with singing, a talent with dancing, writing, okay? I'm getting for some of you all in here. But a lot of people, when they see you, they see someone who has potential of like star potential. And that's that new card came out, okay, the star. But when they see you as being someone who is not afraid to start on a journey, who is not afraid to take a look at what needs to be done and jumping out there and getting that shit done, okay? You may have hella fire in your chart. Aries, like I said, hella Aries, okay? You may have Aries as your sun or your rising sign or your moon sign, okay? But that's what's coming out really, really heavy in that aspect. Now, with this star card, I'm just getting is that when people see you, they see someone who has a future. When they look at you, they're just like, yeah, this person, they're going places. And that's what stands out about you. It's like you have a personality about you that people can't overlook. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't just look at you and be like, oh, yeah, like, you know, and keep walking. Like, they stop and they stare and look at you. You may be someone who you find that babies do a lot of staring at you, or like kids, they like looking at you and stuff. It's because they see something in you that like intrigues them. You know what I'm saying? You're very beautiful. You have a very you have what's the word I'm thinking of? An individual type of like personality about you, like your beauty. It's like your aesthetics, how you present yourself. You're very different, eccentric for a lot of you all. Okay, um, that Jeb card, that's the world card. It just makes me think of the aspect of like you have the whole world in your hands. You know, you have so much potential. People see you as being someone who like you have no problem going out into the world and doing what needs to be done, or exploring the world. You know what I'm saying? Exploring to see what's out there for you. You know, that's what makes you stand out. But let's get into your oracle cards to get a little bit deeper. You got the truth that's coming out. What makes you stand out is the fact that you share the truth. Okay. In a world where a lot of people just want to hear the things that look good, see the things that look good, you know, things of that nature, you know, the things that make them feel good. But you are a truth teller, and that makes you stand out. People trust you because of that. They trust that when they come to you, that you're going to be honest with them with whatever it is that they're asking for. Okay. You have teaching and learning. People, that's what makes you stand out. You have a certain skill that you're able to teach other people that you do really, really well with yourself. I'm getting, for a lot of people, this is a hobby. Um, something that you do very, very well, like as a hobby on the side, okay? That you could actually do a lot of teaching on. You know, you spent a lot of time in your life learning how to do this thing, you know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people, when they see you, they're just like, wow, how did they learn how to do this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to learn how to do this type of vibe, you know? People see you and they're just like, wow, you know, this person is just so freaking talented. You know, they see you as being someone that's so talented, and they want to bask in that talent. You know what I'm saying? They want to learn from that. They want to learn from you. And so that's what makes them um be attracted to you. You know, that's what makes you stand out, is your knowledge and your wisdom in your areas of expertise, you know. They love that about you. All right, let's get to our next card. Yeah, completion. What makes you stand out is that you're a person of your word, okay? You're a person of your word. You get things done. So this is in a workplace I'm getting for a lot of you all. You get projects done to the completion. You don't just start something and end it, okay? You don't start something and expect other people to come in and do the rest of the lifting for you. I'm getting that it's like they know that if you start something, that you're going to get it done, okay? And even if like a coworker or someone else has something and they need help with it, like you have no problem coming in to help them get the project completed, because you value things being completed, okay? You value it. You don't like things to be almost done. You don't like to go back and redo things. Pisces energy is coming out, the mystic, okay? Also some Virgo energy that's coming out, okay? But in here, people see you as being someone who is very um open-minded, imaginative, you know what I'm saying? Very empathetic, and dreamy. So someone who sees the world as being like this big playground, you know what I'm saying? You see the Pisces card? Like, as being someone who sees this world as like this big playground, like the world is yours, and people see that you take charge of what it is that you want, you know what I'm saying? And they love that about you. They love the fact that you have no fear in taking charge and going after whatever it is that you want, but having such an open mind about it and being okay with your failure. If you fail, you get back up, okay? And that's what makes you stand out. People see you as being someone who you go for what it is that you want, and you feel like as long as you're alive and as long as you're on this earth, it's another opportunity and a chance for you to get it, okay? Saturn, the planet of wisdom. I said that already earlier with the wisdom, like you have knowledge in a certain area that people really like to come across, or they try to cling to. Okay. Saturn is also currently retrograde inside of Aquarius right now, and Aquarius rules the star card. Okay. That came out earlier with the Newt card. Now, with this Saturn, and this wisdom, it's like the sense of being disciplined. People feel like you look like a dependable person when they see you. You look so different, and like you have your own style. but like you come across as being a dependable person, like someone who they can trust to get things done. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a mature head on your shoulders, okay? And this is why people trust you with the questions and things that they may seek. This is why they trust you with their inner thoughts and feelings. You know what I'm saying? Because they feel like you're grounded and that you have a lot of restraint in areas that other people don't have, okay? You have the peace that's coming up. That's what makes you stand out. You provide peace. You bring peace to situations, okay? You have a peaceful demeanor about you. I'm getting a lot of you all as your eyes and your smile. You may get a lot of compliments on your smile or your eyes, okay, and how they look. Take that as for what it is, okay, because they mean it. When they say it, they mean it. When they say, oh my gosh, your eyes are so beautiful, you know what I'm saying, they mean that shit. They're not just saying it just to be saying it, to get your attention, because you may be coming from a place where like you feel like people would just like say and do things, you know what I'm saying, just to um get your attention or to get some of your time. But what I'm getting in here is that when people be saying that about you, like most times they be meaning it, okay? You have the animals that's coming up, okay? Now with this animals card, I'm getting the aspect of like you just have a free spirit, okay? And that's what makes you stand out. You have this type of spirit about you that makes people want to do things for you, that makes them want to take care of you. Okay. You have the alone time and then the family card that's coming out. Okay. It's like you know how to balance. That's what's coming out heavy in here. You stand out because you know how to balance. You know when to say no and you know when to keep going. Okay. You know when to say no and when to say go. And people value that about you. I'm trying to see if I want to pull. I am going to pull some. But that's something that people value about you is the fact that you're able to balance things out. And you're not going to overextend yourself. You know what I'm saying? And even though it may have been that, like, it makes you stand out, and there's not a lot of people, like, okay, how can I put it? Not everyone is happy for the fact that you know how to balance and do certain things. Okay, there are certain people who are just like a little upset about it. Okay, they feel like you just feel like you're better than people because you're saying no and blah 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 blah. But it's just the fact that you've mastered the art of self-care, you know what I'm saying? And so you're just like, yeah, no, ain't nobody coming in and messing with this. But your butterfly message for pile number one: the secret of life is to fall 7 times and get up 8 times. Paulo Colo. The secret of life is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times. Okay, so that's something that you stand out about. If you fall, you get back up. You don't, care. You're just like, oh, I'm still alive. I still have breath in my life. You know what I'm saying? In my body, I'm going to continue along on this path and this journey and what it is I'm trying to do. Okay. But that is the messages that I have for you all in this pile. Okay, pile number one. Feel free to let me know down below if any of it resonated with you, in regards to what makes you stand out. You know what I'm saying? What makes you stand out to people in the area of work, love, relationships, or whatever the case is. We're just pulling the cards as they come. Okay, but as always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. If you're interested in a personal reading, all of my details are down below in the next video. Bye. All right. So for my butterflies, I selected pile number two. The song that's on right now is March of Madness, honey. Okay. Uh, I'ma always go. Anyway, sorry. What makes you stand out? This is my pile. You may be a good girl or a good boy, and like you're the type of person who like a lot of the bad boys and bad girls may have been attracted to you because you give off this flare of elegance or this flare of hope. You know what I'm saying? It's like they know that you're not judging them. They know that you have a racy side to you. But when they see you, they see hope. They see someone who can show them a whole nother side. But I feel like a lot of you have another side to you. You know what I'm saying? You could be with the dope boys and you could be in the boardroom. You know what I'm saying? Pile number two. But we got the Nebuchadnezzar coming out, which is the high priestess. Yeah. The scribe of swords. And the Seven of Swords. Oh, child. What makes you stand out, honey? You be around a lot of shiesty energy, though. Pile number two. You be around a lot of shiesty energy. I'm getting that heavy with the Seven of Swords card that's coming out. You got a lot of swords, a lot of air energy, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini energy, communication style energy. I'm getting in here is that you face a lot of backlash for from some people, and by you getting that backlash, it may have you out here feeling like, damn, what's wrong with me? You know what I'm saying? Not realizing that that backlash is just because of what it is that they feeling and doing, but that's not everyone. So I feel like a lot of people on this pile, you may have a lot of doubts about yourself sometimes. You may have some insecurities, questioning if you really are good in certain areas or if you're worthy of certain things, okay? Because of the type of people that you may have had around you, because of some of the energies of the people and how they put themselves out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, they come at you incorrect in a manner where it makes you feel like that's you, like that's your life, that's how everyone feels about you, but the reality is it's not, and that's that never head card that's coming out with that high priestess. That's making me think of, the high priestess is like the all-knowing. She's like so freaking wise, you know what I'm saying? She's able to see things that we can't see. And with this Nebuchadnezzar aspect and this high priestess energy, it's like typically the light and the dark, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like for a lot of you all, those who see you, that you stand out to, you may not really be paying attention to those people. Like who you're paying attention to are the ones who's into like the gossiping, the negative energy, the negative vibes, the backstabbing, things of that nature. And that may have something to do with some of your insecurities that you have in certain areas. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm getting from these cards is that it's time for you all in this pile number two, to get out there and expand your circle, your network, meet new people. Okay. Because as you meet new people, that's when you're able to get more of the vibes of just like, damn, I am dope. You know what I'm saying? You need more people around you to tell you that you're dope. Pile number two. That's what I'm getting out here heavy with you all in this pile. But let's get into your oracle cards and start getting into this reading. I've already pre-shuffled the cards to help with the time. Okay. Yeah, I've pre-shuffled to help with the time. Long story short. So we got the move forward card out here. Um, Now as we're thinking about what makes you, stand out, um, this makes me think back to where I just said, like, dope boys may be attracted to you or like bad girls, whoever the case is. Like when people see you, they see you as being like someone that they could build something with, like that you could provide them a breath of fresh air of something different. You know what I'm saying? Um, that's why the dope boys like you. That's why the bad boys or the bad girls like you. Because when they see you, they see someone that they can, go along with, you know what I'm saying? Grow with, like extend to higher levels with, you know what I'm saying? You have self-love that's coming out in here. So what makes you stand out is the aspect of, you have the aspect of self-love in here. Okay. So a lot of you do things to take care of yourself. Okay. Um, I'm getting here. A lot of you on this pile, you dress nice. Okay. And a lot of people notice how you dress. I'm getting colors. You may like a lot of different colors, or like your shoes and stuff may just be different, or different types of like additions and stuff of that nature. Okay. I didn't bring any water over here. Um, that's what's coming out with the self-love card. Okay. Now with this effort card, I'm getting in here. What makes you stand out is that people feel like, the first thing that just came in my head is just, you can do this with no effort. That's a song by Wale. If it's something that you set your mind to accomplish and do, the people who's checking for you and watching you, they see you out here succeeding in certain areas. So if you're feeling like people are not watching you, there are some people watching you, honey, in pile number two. Okay. It's just that you're not able to like really see it right now. But with this effort, it's just like what makes you stand out is the fact that you have no problem at least trying something. Okay. You have no problem of at least, putting yourself out there. Now you may get some rejection, but it's just like, oh, at least I did it. You know what I'm saying? I put myself out there and now the ball is in your court type of vibes. Okay. You have the moon card that's coming out. Like I said, feelings so deep in my feelings. But what this is making me think of even more is just the fact of you not seeing your dopeness all the way. Okay. You're not really seeing what makes you stand out in a lot of ways, or seeing the people who are attracted to you, because you do have a lot of attraction in here. You have a lot of attraction in here, pile number two. But it's like, look at the art of seduction. This pile needs to read the art of seduction by Robert Greene. I'm gonna link the book down below for you to check out. Um, I'll link it on Audible because I feel like when you sign up for Audible, you get a free month and you get a free credit and you can listen to it for free on Audible. Okay. So I'm going to drop the links down below for you all for pile number two, in the description box for you to check that out. I need to make sure to remember to do that. Alexa, remind me to add the Audible link to my video for the art of seduction in 45 minutes.
Okay, I'll remind you in 45 minutes.
All right, so we just had the Pisces card that came out. You may be a Pisces, Aries, as your sun, your rising, or your Venus, I'm being called to say. Sagittarius. It's crazy. It's a lot of fire and water. Cancer, but there's not a lot of fire and water like style cards that came out. And then Taurus, okay? Because the cards that came out of here is air energy, you know. And then you have the Uranus card that's coming out, which is, the revolution card, but Uranus rules our Aquarius energy, um, our communication, and, the aspect of like being a humanitarian and dealing with the unexpected, you know what I'm saying? Having a sense of freedom, an awakening, and like an understanding of technology. I feel like what makes you stand out is that you are very good with technology. You may be very good with social media, in some form of way, or something that deals with the computer. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm getting in here. Heavy for you all. Pile number two. And that makes you stand out. I'm getting that employers, watch out for that. Watch what you put on social media. I'm getting in here that employers look at your social media. And even if you think that you're hidden and that people can't find you, yeah, no, you can be found. Okay. So if that's something that, you're trying to pay attention to, just know that your social media, people look at that. Okay. Or the things that you put out there into the world or in technology. Okay. Um, I was about to say something, but it left me, so it must not have been important. It'll come back if it's meant to come out. You have the transformation card that's coming out, but what I'm getting here is that what makes you stand out is the fact that people feel like you don't switch up. They feel like you are loyal. Okay, they feel like you're a ride or die in a lot of different ways. Okay, you got the travel card that's coming out in here. You may like to travel. Okay. But what makes you stand out? There may be someone from a distance who want to fly you out, honey. Get flued out. Pile number two. Someone in here sees you from a distance. It's someone at a distance. Y'all, it's somebody in a distance for y'all, pile number two. Um, Someone has actually questioned inside their head and wanted to fly you out. They may have actually, asked you already, and you may have like looked at them crazy of just like, what the hell. Sorry, y'all, I got like a hangnail type thing on my finger and I'm over here picking at it. But with this travel card, I'm just getting the aspect of like someone wants to either like fly you out, or a new job opportunity or something from like a distance. But it's definitely something in here that's dealing with travel and what makes you stand out to the point where like someone is willing to fly you into somewhere else to do something. Okay, like that's how dope you are. You're so dope that they're just like, yeah, no, we're gonna fly you out to do this because no one else can do this the way that you do this. Okay, you have the sync with the moon, and you have the moon card that came out earlier, and then music. Okay, so the fact of syncing with your emotions or your divine feminine, I feel like a lot of you all, you're connected with your divine feminine in here. What makes you stand out is your type of music, also with what it is that you listen to. You may listen to a lot of different music. You may be big into making playlists, okay? Yeah, you may be big into making playlists and putting your music together in that type of way, and like people may, follow it or listen to it, or um, that may be how you speak. You may speak through music. But yeah. What else do we got for pile number 2? I know y'all be saying y'all want me to do these videos longer, but every time I do them longer, the watch time on it don't be, and I'm just like, do they really be wanting to do it longer, or like what's going on? So I don't be knowing. I don't be knowing. Okay. Butterfly note number 11: the universe is your source. Being connected, okay, just being connected to the universe and the world around you. The universal law, knowing that everything is connected in so many different ways. You know what I'm saying? And it's only so much that we can control and what we can do. But you all in this pile number 2, you kind of just like really you're connected in multiple worlds right now. So your attraction and what makes you stand out, it looks different from multiple angles because like I said, you can sit in a boardroom and you can sit in the hood. You know what I'm saying? But watch out for them dope boys and stuff. If they ain't on the path of like trying to get themselves together, don't be putting all your time up into them type of people, okay, right now, because you don't need to get caught up in nothing, okay? So although they're attracted to you, just because somebody's attracted to you, don't mean that you got to get them the time of day, okay? Just because someone sees you or you stand out to them, don't mean you got to get them the time of day. I do want to make that note and make that clear, but that's what makes them pay attention to you. But as always, always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. All right. So for my butterflies, I selected pile number 3. Fizzy, fizzy 3. Pile number 3. Fizzy, fizzy 3. Pile number 3. Hey, fizzy, fizzy 3. Pile number 3. Hey, fizzy, fizzy 3. Let's get into y'all reading, okay? So I already pre-shuffled the cards to kind of help with time, and we're going to allow it to flow the way that it's going to flow, okay, honey? But we're going to start with your Oracle, I'm not Oracle, with your tarot cards to get a feel of just like the vibe of just like you in general, okay? If you're interested in a personal reading, all those details are down below in the description box for you to check out, okay? All right, so you got the Scribe of Scepters, the King of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. You're a very commanding person. Pile number 3. Fire, air energy. Those are both of the masculine energies of the zodiacs, okay? Earth and water are the feminine. I'm just getting a lot of you have a commanding presence about you. Pile number 3, that's what makes you really stand out, okay? Now with the Scribe of Scepters, as I'm looking at him and he's sitting here, the first thing that just came to me is the fact of like you seeming to be like unmovable in a lot of your convictions or how you feel about certain things, and people like value and like that stands out to them because they're just like, yeah, this person believes what the hell they believe, and like their mind is not just easily changed, you know what I'm saying? And so that's pretty dope to a lot of people. Like with this King of Swords energy, I just feel like you're good with your words, you're good with speaking. You may be in a position where you do a lot of speaking. Pile number 3. Now, this Eight of Swords energy, in my other deck, it means something different. But when I look at it in this deck, I think of the aspect of just surrender, surrendering to the feelings and thoughts of what it is that you may be going through right now in this moment, allowing yourself to be taken up and just feel the motions. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's something that people like about you. Like, I feel like you're the type who you share when you're good, you share when you're bad, you share when shit is, mediocre or whatever the case is. Like, you have no problem being open and honest about who you are, what you like, what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Type of vibes in here. And that's what makes you stand out with a lot of people. Okay. You're confident within yourself. You speak with confidence. You speak with conviction, even if you don't feel that shit. Okay. When people hear you speak and when you talk and when you do what you do, baby, they feel it. Okay. You got Aquarius energy. That's our air energy. Sagittarius, fire energy. Taurus, Gemini, more air energy. And Pisces, okay? And that's for our sun, our rising, and our Venus signs, okay? Now, this is interesting though, because with the scribe of scepters, it makes me think of like loyalty. But in here, I just feel like being loyal to yourself, loyal to your cause, loyal to your vision, loyal to your mission. Um, and people see those characteristics about you, and that's what makes you stand out, because they know that you're going to be loyal to the vision of what needs to get done, a trustworthy type of vibe. Okay, you have miracle that's coming out. Okay, what makes you stand out is that people see you as being a little magical. Power number 3, a lot of y'all are like magical. You may be into like the occult type of knowledge, or you may be into spirituality. Okay, when people they see someone who can do magic. They see someone who is just like, do you believe in magic? Hey, I don't know the words, but with this miracles card though, I just feel like you also change people's mood. You have a type of energy about you that can influence a person's mood and how they feel. Okay. Stand on that shit, okay? You got the change card that's coming out. So that's something that stands out with you. Um, is the aspect of you being open and willing for change in your life, okay? You're not afraid of changing. You may be a person, this is number 5, you may be a life path number 5, okay? Um, but in this, I just get this is a lot of blue throat chakra, but I just feel like you have no problem if you need to change something or change your stance on something or change your direction. You have no problem taking that change or that direction and you voice it and say it, okay? And that's what makes you stand out because a lot of people just like, yeah, if I was her or him, I wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's why this perseverance is showing up in the reverse type of energy because I feel like that's other people's energy when they view you. They're just like, yeah, I wouldn't be able to do that if that was me. But with you, I just feel like you're always growing through and trying to persevere through something different. And when people see you, they see you as being a very perseverant person. They see you as being a person who go after what it is that they want, who has no fears, okay? Who has no hesitations, or reservations. To what may be, available to them in this world, okay? With this perseverance, like you just keep going, even if it seems like things may not be working for you in your favor, but that's what makes you stand out. You have people who see that. People see your perseverance. They see that you don't quit. They see that you keep going, okay? You have Chiron, the planet of healing. That's Aries right now because Chiron is inside of Aries, okay? But I feel like you're the type that like you're walking motivate for a lot of people, okay? And that's what makes you stand out. When they see you, they're forced to see the depths of themselves in a lot of ways. They're forced to dig within themselves. They're forced to learn the deeper parts of themselves that they may be neglecting. Okay. Your energy and your presence brings that about to other people. But I'm just getting in here that you're a healer, pile number 3. And that's what makes you stand out. Your energy is healing. Your energy is infectious. Your energy is definitely, what's the word? Um, what's the word when other people can catch it, not infectious, but y'all, I can't even think of the dang on word of when someone can catch something um contagious. You have an energy that's very, very contagious, okay? And you have a sense of a sensitivity in you, but you also have this hard shell to you too that you can put on if you need to. But I just feel like when people see you, they see you as someone who goes through the process of pushing people to want to heal and go through those deeper parts of themselves, to go through the dark night of the soul, okay? To heal and to grow through different things. What makes you stand out? You're a person who's gone through different generational trauma or problems in your life, okay? And when people see you, they see you as being a survivor. Cue the Destiny's Child song, okay? Um, you're a survivor, and that makes you stand out, pile number 3. You've gone through a lot of stuff, okay? You've persevered through a lot of different things. I'm getting abuse and neglect in here for a lot of you all that you've had to heal through and go through. Of course, you probably had to deal with liars and stuff, but I'm getting here for a lot of you all. You've had to go through like some healing of like physical healing, mental healing, emotional healing. And a lot of it is due to things that, occurred or happened to you. You know what I'm saying? It's not a lot that's from your doing. It's more so of you learning how to grow and develop through what has happened to you in your life. Okay. You have the third house of perception. Then I just say how things are happening to you. Okay. This third house of perception is ruled by our Gemini, I believe. Yeah, it's ruled by Gemini, which is also our house of communication. How we speak, our thoughts, our social media, you know what I'm saying? Like how we communicate, how we socialize with other people, how do we perceive ourselves and how do other people perceive you? I feel like a lot of people say that you are a very good speaker. You speak very well. Like I said earlier, a lot of you all are healers and things of that nature. You may be in the public in some form of way. You may create content in some form of way for the public, and people see that and they appreciate it about you. They like it. You help a lot of people. You have a spirit guide that's coming out. Yeah, I said this is our spirit card. This is our spirit pile. This is our spirit pile. This is our pile who is very highly intuitive. This is our healing pile, okay? And this is what makes you stand out. Pile number 3. You're healers. You make people feel better about themselves, okay? You help guide people into another pathway. You help them see the world from other angles that they may have not seen it before. You help them get to the depths of themselves, okay? To be able to understand themselves better, okay? To connect with themselves better. You have the ability to connect with the spiritual universe in, ways that other people are still trying to learn how to do so. With you being just, so balanced and in tune with yourself. That's so beautiful. Pile number 3. I like that for you all. When people see you, they see you as being a guide. They see you as being a wise person, a wise soul, someone who can speak life into them. You speak life into people and things, okay? You force people to go through those processes to heal the darker parts of themselves that they may have been trying to run from hiding, okay? I mean, except from hiding, but from healing. We don't always want to heal the hard stuff, okay? Healing the hard stuff is hard. It's not easy, okay? But your energy and your presence forces people to look at that. You have the willpower in here. People see you as being a very determined person, and that's what makes you stand out, okay? Your determination to make shit happen, okay? Your determination to be there not only for yourself but for other people, but to stand up for the things that you believe in. People love that shit, okay? And they see it and they applaud you for it, okay? Pile number 3. You have rest in here, you have journal. You may be really, really well, I said intuitive already, but I feel like what makes you stand out, you're the type, you're just like, yeah, I need sleep. Okay. I need sleep. I'm not the type who can just stay up all night and just go out and do certain things. So I feel like a lot of you on this pile, you're not the type that really go out a lot, who do a lot of partying. You value your rest. You value your time to yourself. You're a very reflective type of person, and that's what makes you stand out as well. When people see you, they know that you're a very reflective person. You may be big into journaling, and that's why this journal card is out here with this rest card, okay? Um, but you're right. A lot of you all in here are writers in some form of way, some type of a creator, but I'm just still getting the aspect of you're a reflective type of person, and that makes you stand out because, a lot of people aren't reflective in this world. They want to just blame other people and not, question or look at it from another angle or just be like, damn, maybe I did kind of add something to this. But pile number 3, people fuck with you on that. Your butterfly note number 8. Why hold on to what you need to let go of? Okay. And so I'm getting in here is that you have no problems with letting go of things that's no longer working for you. Definitely if you're working on healing your personal self, okay, if you're healing your internal, your spiritual and all of that jazz, you're the one who's always talking and telling people of just like, yeah, no, you need to let that shit go. Okay. You need to let that shit go. People might come to you for advice. Pile number 3. Sorry, I'm saying I'm gonna be putting these cards up while I'm talking, but I'm getting that people come to you for advice. Pile number 3. Because you just have a lot of wisdom and stuff about you that people really value. They like to hear. They like to listen to it. Okay, but that's the message that I have for you all. In pile number 3. Feel free to let me know down below if any of it resonated with you. Okay. Yeah, that was a pretty good reading. I felt that one. I felt that energy. But we're about to go and get into this last pile, okay? As always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, so for my butterflies that selected pile number 4, we're now going to get into your reading, honey. Okay, of what makes you stands out. Okay, we're going to start off with your tarot, and then we're going to get into the oracle, and we're going to let the messages come as they come. Okay, I've already pre-shuffled the cards just to help with time and energy. Okay, I have not looked at them. This is my first time looking at them. Yeah, and if you're interested in a personal reading, all of my details are down below for you to check out. Okay, so we're going to start off with the 8 of Scarabs. Ace of Scepters, and the Queen of Scarabs. Okay. So yeah, off the top, off the dome, honey, what makes you stand out is that you are a hard motherfucking worker and you're a very abundant person. You're an abundant person, you're a giving person, okay? You're a very passionate person. Like you take action with your shit. You know what I'm saying? But you've done a lot of work on the back end, so it's just like it makes me think of just like, yeah, you could talk a lot of shit or you do a lot of shit, but you can back it up. Like because you've paid the cost to be the boss type energy, okay? Um that's heavily of what's standing out for me. I don't know why I'm called to pull a clarifier card out here for y'all, but I like this for you. Did I already? I feel like I showed it on here, but I'm gonna show it again, y'all. Ada scared. That's the hard working type of energy. It makes me think of like someone who's just working their ass off to get things done. A very determined person, a very active person, someone who values their time. And you watch where you spend your time at, and people know that if you're involved with it, it's legit. Okay. We got the Ace of Scepters energy in here. This is our passion card, okay? The wanting to just step out and start something different with that passion and energy and excitement of just like, yeah, like I can get this done type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you're an initiator in a lot of situations, okay? And with this Queen of Scarabs, you know, she's a queen, okay? I'm a queen. I'm a queen. I'm a queen. I'm a queen. But she's a very giving queen. She's a very benevolent queen, okay? She's someone who shows up for not only herself, but she shows up for her family and she shows up for her constituents, okay? And so I'm getting in here for a lot of you all is like what makes you stand out is that you're in a very abundant person, but you also give back too as well. Other people appreciate that. Scorpio energy is coming out, okay? Yeah, Scorpio energy. But then also Taurus energy is coming out as well. In Taurus, we got scarabs that's out here. And Taurus, you know, scarabs is our earth energy. And that's the earth energy, okay? That hardworking energy of getting shit done, okay? And not being afraid to start something to get it done or holding out for that to make sure that it gets done in the manner that it needs to get done in. You know what I'm saying? You have the waiting card, but it came out in the reverse. So what stands out for me with this one is the fact that people see you as being a little impatient, and that makes you stand out. Like they're just like, yeah, no, we can't leave this person waiting for too long because they got things to do, money to make, people to see, things of that nature. Okay, so that's what stands out with you. When people see you, they're just like, yeah, this is someone like we're not wasting their time, their energy, or nothing. Like we're gonna be ready and together right then in that moment. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna have our shit together. Like your presence forces people to want to have their shit together. Okay, pile number 4. Your presence makes people want to have their shit together, and that's just on period. Okay. You have the time out card. The time out card. Oh, taking breaks. What makes you stand out? Pile number 4. Some of y'all be ghosting people. Some of y'all be ghosting people, and that makes you stand out though, because it's just like people know that you're someone that they can't fuck with. Like they can't play with you. They can't play with your feelings. They can't play with your emotions. They can't play with your money. Okay. It's about the business or be gone. Okay. You have no problems dipping out of a situation, and that makes you stand out with that timeout card. You have no problem putting somebody on ice. I saw the butterfly effect. It was 2233. But you have no problems putting someone on ice, pile number 4, if they don't get their shit together. Okay? And that's on period. Get your shit together. You got the happy ending aspect that's coming out. So what makes you stand out? People, when they see you, some people see you as like a lick. Okay, they see you as somebody who like they can hit a lick with you. Okay, if they gonna be with you, they know they're gonna be successful and that they're gonna be taken care of in the future. Okay, you got some people when they see you as someone who has like a really bright future ahead of them. Okay, this purple and gold is standing out to me, and it's making me think about the cues. The Omega Sci-Fis, okay? The dirty dogs, okay? But then also the purple is our third eye energy. That gold and the yellow is our solar plexus chakra. Um, you just don't play no games. I know not to mess with you. And when I said that, it makes me think of like, so like the cues, like they have like their collar and you can't go for their collar. If you go for their collar, they're gonna bite your ass, okay? And so it makes me think of that aspect of just like people know not they know their level, they know their limit, they know your limit, they know what buttons they can push and what buttons they can't push, because if they push it too freaking hard, they're gonna get caught up in some stuff that they ain't trying to be in. Okay, if you want a happy ending and you want to walk up out here with all your fingers, keep your hands to yourself. Okay. Ain't no playing going on. You got the Pluto, the card of transformation. It's crazy because the death card that came out earlier as that clarifier, and the death is a Scorpio and is ruled by Pluto. With this, and now the Pluto is the card of transformation, renewal, resources. Now Pluto is still retrograde inside of Capricorn right now. Pluto's energy is all about regeneration, okay, the transformation, but it's like the phoenix plight, okay, the aspect of dying and coming back to life type of energy, okay. It's gonna be painful in the beginning, but you're gonna be happy that you did it, okay. And so what I'm getting in here with this card, with this Pluto, and this transformation card and this renewal, is the fact that you keep it real with people and that makes you stand out, okay, with this rebirth. But I just feel like you also have like rebirth your process, like you're good with branding. I'm getting in here with pile number 4. You know how to brand yourself. You know how to put yourself out there for people to see and understand different things, or like your work and your process. I'm getting in here. This is a work type of vibe for sure. But with this death energy, I just feel like what makes you stand out is the fact that you also force people to look at the dark parts of themselves that they may ignore sometimes, you know. People all the times don't like to go for the healing parts of themselves, the things that they need to get over, you know. They don't do it. Sorry, y'all. I just got totally distracted. Okay. Let me stop getting distracted, honey. You got the ascendant card that's coming out with the outlook, okay. um this is like more so of like our ascendant is our rising sign, and that's like more so how our outlook on life is supposed to be, the process that we're supposed to go in, what we're supposed to be following, how we're supposed to follow it. But our rising sign is how people view us when they see us. That's the energy that they get from us, okay. The energy that we put off into the world, okay. So I have a Scorpio rising, so I have a lot of that Pluto energy, okay, a lot of that death energy. When the energy I give off to people is someone who goes through the dark night of the soul and always coming up and changing up, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, going through, you know, this person that's gone through a lot of difficult shit in their life, okay? Now, with this ascendant card, is also making me think of like the Virgo, not, I don't want to think of Virgo. Are some of y'all a Virgo? But it's making me think of the descendant, okay, the part of our life that we're not supposed to barely be operating out of, okay. And I feel like you call people out on their shit when they're operating in their lower selves, when they're operating in parts of themselves where they need not be, okay. You call it out, okay. But that's very beneficial and helpful. It's very beneficial and helpful in a lot of ways, and they need that, okay, period, they need it. You got the healing card that's coming out, okay? But it's coming out in reverse. And so what's coming out for me is that a lot of you all, you give a lot of tough love, and that stands out, okay? You're not someone who coddles people, who doesn't really try to, have people or make sure that they hold themselves accountable for the things that they do. The way that you help people heal and get through things is the fact that you give tough love. You give tough love, and people fuck with that, okay? You have the life purpose aspect that's coming out in here. You know your life purpose, and people feel like you know your life purpose. You know the process that you're going in, even if it doesn't, look right to everyone. They're just like, yeah, like this person, they're following a path that they're supposed to be following on. So, pile number 4, what makes you stand out is the fact that like you're following your purpose and your path, and people see that. They feel like the things that you do, like you're supposed to be in this path. You're supposed to be doing this, okay? You're someone who know yourself. You got the sun and the moon that's coming out in this card, okay? The tree and the roots. The whole package. You're the whole package. And people want this package. You have dance and energy work that's coming out, okay? You may be really good at dancing. You may like to dance. You may be really big with like music and going out and doing things to just have a good time, okay? But the energy work in here, what makes you stand out is that people know that you're in tune with yourself, okay? Cue Big Sean in tune, okay? I'm in tune, I'm in tune, I'm in tune. Hey. Oh, he got a part in that song. He said, but I ain't going to your event. You do too much going now and not enough going in. Like he goes in on the aspect of just like watching who he gives his energy to, because he feels like not everyone deserves his energy and what he brings to the table. You know what I'm saying? He's in tune with himself. He's in tune with the world around him, okay, and everything else, okay, and how it builds in with the collective, okay. But let's get your butterfly note, pile number 4. It ain't near one of those. What's the butterfly note for pile number 4? Okay, it's that one. Hopefully I can read it though, because somebody's got hit with water. Outer beauty can't hide the pain. And this is butterfly note number 3. So the first thing that this just made me think of is the aspect of just like you call people out. Okay. You see people when they're hurting and when they're in pain, and you call it out. Now you do it in a respectful manner, but you still do it. Okay. But people need that. They need that in this world. They need someone who's going to um, call out the difficult things. You know what I'm saying? Who's not just going to let things slide or just be just because. Okay. But that's the vibes and the energy that I have for you all in pile number 4. Feel free to let me know down below if any of it resonated with you. Okay. And as always, always be real, always be true. Don't be afraid to do what you want to do. Period. I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.